Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early. It's 7 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I'm kind of making this video on the fly. I wouldn't call it an epiphany, but I came across a story yesterday. You're probably looking at me and saying, what can this guy possibly have to say about hip-hop or a rapper? I came across a story about TRIPPI REDD. Now, this name rings a bell, and I haven't looked this up, so I'm not sure. I could be making a fool of myself here, but I remember that name before from Tekashi 6ix9ine. That's one of the rappers that I used to listen to when I was working out. I remember the song Stupid. I freaking love that song. I used that whole album, Gummy. I can't remember now. This was about 6-7 years ago. I mean, you could feel how you want about his ratting or whatever, but I used to crank that up back years ago. So I think I remember this name, TRIPPI REDD. Okay, the article's right down below in the video. So I saw this story yesterday. TRIPPI REDD gets a necklace worth $150,000. I think it's his birthday. And he gets this, he's out on a yacht celebrating his birthday, and he gets this, it's in a box, and he gets it delivered on a jet ski. And you can see the video with somebody carrying a box and holding it up in the air and delivering this on a jet ski. And I want to talk about my initial thoughts when I saw this. And hey, don't jump ahead and think this is like sour grapes, where I'm going to say, geez, these rich, famous people, rappers, people, or the old, what about the veterans? No, I'm not going to say anything like that. I'm going to tell you what I thought initially, and then kind of what I realized, how I was wrong. Okay, when I saw this yesterday, first of all, I thought about this. I was like, something that's worth so much money and carrying it out over water. I mean, a lot of you are probably thinking the same thing. Can you imagine if, I don't know, I assume the box floats, but can you imagine that box opening up, and he's holding it up and the necklace comes out and falls into the ocean, and there goes $150,000. That's one of the first things that popped into my head. The second one, of course, I'm looking to buy a house. That's one of the things I'm interested in doing now that I'm in recovery. Most people bought homes, 30 years ago, my age, but I did a video talking about how I am stunted, in my growth, and I really am. But anyway, I thought about, geez, that would be great. I can't imagine having that kind of money, where I could buy a home with that. Or, well, here, homes in Connecticut, they go for about $250,000. But that's what I thought. And then I started thinking that fame, this is his money. He earned it, and he could spend it however he wants. And I started thinking about fame and fortune. I started thinking about how reaching that level, that pinnacle of being famous and being able to have this kind of wealth. And I think a lot of it has to do with talent, but a lot of it has to do with luck or of being discovered. I don't have anywhere near the talent of any of these people or TRIPPI REDD or anything like that. But I've thought about if a big channel here on YouTube, like one of the biggest channels that get millions of views every day, if they just mentioned my name or one of my videos, that's all it would take. And that would boost me up to, not TRIPPI REDD levels, but, just being discovered, just being at the right place at the right time. Like maybe the Beatles. I remember they were playing at some little cave, a club, or something like that. Just having the right person, being at the right second, the right minute, the universe, everything clicking. I was thinking Michael Jordan might be an exception to this, because Michael Jordan, just people like him, or I don't know, other incredibly talented musicians, or these people are just oozing. I mean, it's hard for them not to be discovered, I think. But that's one of the things that I thought, and it's it's his money, and he earned it, and he can spend it how he likes. At first, you have to wonder. One of the things that went through my head, $150,000 just for a necklace. It might seem like a bad investment, like you're kind of throwing away money, but today, this is what I realized. I started giving this some more thought, and I really wasn't looking at this the right way. First of all, I think this is white gold. the necklace is made out of. I've been thinking about investing in gold. A very, very small amount, a laughable amount, like a couple of coins or something. But I've seen commercials on TV about, if you put $7,000 in a vault in cash and $7,000 in gold. This commercial showed this from like 1978. The cash would still be worth $77,000, but the gold now would be worth like 30 times as much. So I've been thinking about investing in gold. So this actually is a wise investment, investing in precious metals. But that's not the big epiphany, the big thing I came to realize. Like, as an artist, when I sell a painting, I try to invest back into my craft. Buy more paint, better canvas, to make better products, to increase my business. And then I started looking at this, and that's actually what TRIPPI is doing here. That necklace is part of his persona, part of his craft. I think a big part of it's showmanship, a lot of it, and being an entertainer, and a lot of being in hip hop and rapper. It's his persona, his charisma, and wearing that, I think it's an investment. It really is an investment in his craft. Say you had a rapper who wears or a hip hop, I don't know, a hip hop artist that has no bling or anything like that. They might seem not to have as much, charisma. I really look at it and I think, it's actually not a waste of money. It's not just frivolously spending money. That it's actually an investment in his craft. Plus, it's an investment in precious metals. I just wanted to make this video because I think a lot of times, like me, you could make a snap. You read a story and you could make a decision. I think all people do. They make a judgment this way or that way. And the more I thought about this, I went out of my way to think about this necklace, and you could see it from a whole different point of view, a whole different perspective. So it's not always just black and white. There's a lot of areas of gray in between. There's other sides. There's other ways to look at things, I guess is my point. Anyway, TRIPPI REDD, $150,000 necklace. God bless him. I wish I could achieve that level of fame and fortune and talent. You guys have a good Thursday.